Well, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 23 of the Let's Play world. First of all, welcome to all the new subscribers on the channel. Glad to see ya. Basically what I do is just kind of run around and build things and talk about strategy and different designs and redstone, and it's a good time, so glad to have you. Just want to get you caught up on a couple of things. The first thing is Kyle had recommended that I add the glazed terracotta into the bee farm, and I think it looks really cool. I just did it right here in the center area. I tried it on the ends and that kind of thing, and this is what ended up looking best. I think it adds a lot of depth and character to the build, and I think it looks super cool, so it was a good suggestion. This thing is still humming right along, making all the stuff, so that's just fantastic. I want to show you guys what we did on the last live stream, and thank you to everybody who has been tuning into Twitch and joining along on the live streams. Those have been fun. You get to see a lot of the in-between stuff, and we all get to hang out. Super fun. So I've made this area over here, which, like I said, looks really kind of elfy and magical and all that. And so I made a hub here, which I think just looks super cool. And then I finished the ceiling. Mostly quartz, a little bit of this warped stuff, a little bit of iron, a lot of glass. The different tunnels, I haven't finished those yet, but I think this just looks really awesome. The lava really makes things bright, and it just vanishes into this fog of whiteness. It's just super, super cool. And what I love is this style, and then there's this darker style. All of this is Nether, and so is all this. So nothing is from the overworld. These are all Nether materials. And as you know, I'm all about the storytelling. I love that, you know, it sort of informs the idea that maybe there was two different civilizations. You know, the very dark black stone and crimson sort of look is very pagan, where this is totally different. But again, it all came from the Nether. And I just think that's a really, really cool concept. I think it adds a lot to the lore or the, you know, history of the world. So very fun. Back at the base, I've started to do a little bit more decorating. I put these guys here to sort of mirror where the elevators are. I haven't figured out which armor to put on here yet, so just placeholders. I got the lighting sorted out in most of the rooms, so everything is bright and consistent. In the planning room, I added a carpet. Not sure that I love it, but I just thought it needed a little bit of an accent. Definitely need more decoration in here. Bee farm done. Our enchanting room has the lighting sorted out as well. Not much else is different yet. In the potion room, I put a carpet that I quite like, and I'm pretty happy with how this one's turning out. I put a couple of shelves with some different things on them, and I've got my little containers here for the potion making stuff. A little bit of decoration on the wall. This room is looking really, really cool, I think. And still quite a lot more to do in this room. In the final bit of business, I had asked for a name for this guy. Got a couple of suggestions. Turns out one of them was way too long. You can only fit 35 characters on a name tag. So this guy, we're going to go with Fleazy E. So what are we going to do today? Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of an upgrade. I've done a little bit of digging in the Nether, and I've come up with 4 netherite ingots. And so, looking at what we could do here, I think the helmet, the chest plate, the boots. I'm wondering if I should do my other pick or if I should do my shovel. But at least these 3 for sure. I went ahead and gave the helmet a cooler name. I figure since it makes it so I can stay underwater longer and I move faster through the water, why not? Looking pretty sharp there. Pretty sharp. Well, today we're going to do something a little different. Something that wasn't on the wall of tasks, but something that I've been thinking about doing for just a little bit. Over here is our little cabin where we started off the whole show here. So you may remember when we first built this, I had said that I wanted it to be a little bit presentable because I wanted to kind of repurpose it someday. And I think that day is today. What I want to start is a project that'll go on for quite a while, but I want to create on the back side of the base a dock, a waterfront kind of area that kind of runs along here. And the first part of that waterfront we're going to build going to be right down there. So on this spot, what I want to build is a lighthouse. And I don't want to build one of those red and white striped New England style lighthouses. I'm thinking of building a lighthouse that looks like it was built by the same people who built that castle that crumbled to the ground. So like a ruin, an old relic that was built by that same civilization that built this. I sketched something out and I have a rough idea of the size. I'm just going to go for it and see how it turns out. There it is, our lighthouse. Kind of tried to make it look like it was perhaps a natural feature that was either added to or carved out of the landscape, something like that. Did this little kind of house area here with a lot of dark oak, not a lot going on inside here yet. I tried to rough it up a little bit. I think it could stand for a little bit more. And then I added some, vines and that sort of thing. Those will grow over time. But I think it's pretty cool looking. Sits really nice in the landscape. And from the base, looks pretty awesome from over here. And you can imagine this all turning into like a pier or a dock. We could even build out here, maybe do a bridge out to there. I don't imagine that the whole thing is going to be buildings. I think it'll mostly be just, a walkway, but that's a really cool kind of bookend to the one side of the project. Really awesome looking. So I want to turn our attention to the base, and specifically the top of the base. I have a really cool idea for how to finish this off up top, and I want to see if I can pull it off. Holy smokes, that's cool looking. I'm really pleased with that. So first thing I'm going to do is I want to use some temporary blocks to kind of sketch out a shape. So let me work on this a little bit here. All right, doesn't look like much, but slowly figuring it out. As terrible as this looks, we're not too far off, believe it or not. Yeah, this is not actually the material I'm going to use. And again, I'm just sort of sketching the shape out. Yeah. I think we might just have to start building and hope for the best. Had a little bit of a visual glitch in that time lapse. All that water wasn't actually there. Well, what do you guys think? I personally think it's pretty trippy looking. Very, very cool. It might need a little bit more massaging or finessing just to get it right, but I think that's a really neat look. Like I was saying, there's a little bit of a flare at the back, and then it scoops down and then comes up quite high in the front. I tried not to mirror it from side to side, so it had a little bit of character on both sides. Yeah, pretty cool looking. Gonna figure out the lighting as soon as the sun goes down here, and we will rough this up a little bit. We'll put some grass, maybe some plants, that sort of thing, and make it look a lot more natural. Did the pool here with the white concrete on the bottom because I think it looks real sharp. And yeah, we'll end up sealing this off, and the only way to get up here will be elytra. So yeah, we'll have to get to the end if we want to enjoy this space. All right, lighting situation is sorted out, and I think that's that for now. Like I said, we'll come back to this and we'll make it look a lot more of a garden at some point. But for now, that's all we're going to do with it. There's the grass and the ceiling block. Awesome. So that is the roof on the base. This room still needs a lot of attention, and we will get to that in a future episode. We are getting real close on finishing up this base, and I'm very, very excited about it. Obviously, as you can tell, there's still much, much more to do. We need to landscape it. We've got the new waterfront project out back, so no shortage of projects coming up. I want to address one thing while I'm thinking about it. You might have noticed that the name of the channel changed. It used to say Todd13 Minecraft, and now it says Todd13 Plays. So first off, let me assure you, I'm still going to be making Minecraft videos. You'll have a Let's Play episode every Monday, an occasional video on Fridays, and then I'm streaming on Twitch on Thursdays and Sundays. I talked with some different people and got their opinions, and what I kind of landed on is, while I love Minecraft and I will play much, much more of it, there's other things I also like to play, and I didn't want to pigeonhole myself into one game in case I wanted to play something else someday. Also, the music that you hear on my episodes, I do all the music, and so if ever I wanted to do some videos on music making or things like that, Todd Plays makes a lot of sense as well. So there's that. So no big deal, just changed the name, rebranded a little bit to be a little more inclusive of some of my other projects. Well, that's where we're going to wrap it up today. We got quite a lot done. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had fun. Please like and subscribe if you want to follow along on the adventure, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.